related to second language acquisition. Now let us look at the fifth story that we often hear in second language teaching learning field. So this myth says that all children learn L2 in the same way. Now, interestingly, if you would think about your school settings and if you think about your classroom settings, this is the assumption on which classrooms are based. And that is specifically, that is the reason why you teach uniformly to all children. You use the same set of instructions, you give them same type of comments, you expect them to do the same type of tasks, because you believe that if you consistently use the same method, all of the children should be able to learn the second language. And if they are not learning the second language as compared to other children in your classrooms, so maybe those children are just deficient, poor in intelligence, not paying attention, and they are just lazy. Now, it is important to remember that when we are saying all children learn in the same way, are we also saying that all children learn at the same rate, that is, at the same speed? The answer to both these questions embedded within one question is no. Neither do the children learn in the same way, nor do the children learn at the same speed. However, our classrooms are built, especially in Pakistan. Our classrooms are based on the assumption that everyone should be able to learn from our instructions at the same speed. Now, we have studied a lot of psychological research, and we have talked about how a language is learned, and we know that the speed of the learning can definitely differ. The learning styles of the children can also differ, and the children who are more successful in our classrooms in second language can also be the children to whom the school instruction and somehow is geared towards their learning styles. So they have specific learning styles at home. They are in the process of developing them, and our school instruction somehow matches those learning styles, and it becomes, it's much easier for these children to learn as compared to other children. So there's a lot of research, of course, done in, again, Western context, and they say that there is a difference in culture. The children from diverse backgrounds they learn to value things differently. They have a more inductive style. They begin with rules and then they try to apply them to the second language acquisition. While the mainstream children who are learning the language, they use deductive and analytical style of talking and learning. So they are bringing in different types of learning. Then at times there is an emphasis not only in Western settings but also in our settings. There is an emphasis in schools on logical thinking and lots of other things. But it is also a fact that at times children who are coming to us from a lower socio-economic class, from a different culture, they're from minority ethnic backgrounds, may not have the same styles of thinking, may not have the same styles of speaking that are valued in schools. Then we also have children who are more comfortable in talking to their peers and working with their peers, and they feel hesitant to ask their teachers any questions that they might have in their mind. And then you have individual children who might react differently working within a group. So there might be children who are working very effectively in a group, learning a lot, have a voice in a group, and then there are children who are, don't feel a fit within a group. And if a second language acquisition task is given to them, the latter children might not perform so well and might not benefit to that extent. So what are we saying then? We are saying, as teachers, we need to be aware of these cultural differences. We need to vary our instructional activities, keeping in mind different types of learning styles that the children are bringing to the class. And we need to keep in mind the diversity of their culture, their natures, and we need to be responsive to their home cultures. Because research has found out that the children work more effectively when they find teachers are more responsive, that is, they are not critical of their home cultures. Teachers who try to connect between home and school, and they try to give examples or relate the learning of the second language to their own socio-cultural context.
In this